my darlings, and welcome to a brand new vlog. It's taken me a very long time to start vlogging today. It's one of those really grey, like low energy days, and I kept looking outside being like, oh, when the sun comes out I'll start vlogging. I'm still waiting. It's nearly 4 p.m. and I'm still waiting for that moment. I didn't film creating my lunch with you today because there's only so many times that you can watch me make soup and it's probably really boring. But today I followed the Thermomix recipe for broccoli and gorgonzola smelly blue cheese soup. That's not what they call it, that's what I call it, but it was delicious. But it was also so heavy, despite the fact there wasn't cream in it. I think it was just like all of the yummy ingredients I've had to have an afternoon coffee today. But anyway, let's address the elephant in the room. Quite literally, you could fit a baby elephant in the box that has just arrived. Oh my goodness. This is a mega Net-a-Porter order, and I wanted to unbox it with you, so that's the final push I needed to start vlogging today. I have to say I feel very grateful to have a job where I can kind of choose what I do based on my energy levels for the day. So this morning has been all about like laptop time, admin, and it's only now after the coffee and with the delivery of this that I'm finally in the mood to start filming. So really excited to dig into this because I placed this order a couple of days ago, and I think it might just be my best Net-a-Porter order ever. Such an amazing selection of things, from a handbag that could potentially be the 2024 handbag. It's sensational, and I hope it's as good in real life as I think it is. I say the 2024 handbag, I think it's the most timeless handbag I've ever seen in my life. So really excited for that. There's also everything from accessories, a little bit of workout clothing. I have got a problem with workout clothing. I do spend half my life in it, but it's excessive. And then just some really gorgeous pieces that I can't wait to dig into. So without further shabizzle, let's get going. Straight in with the fashion content today. Where's the gardening content? Woo! I am probably going to head out into the greenhouse after I've unboxed this. The weather forecast says that there's going to be a little bit of sun just before sunset, and I've got a hellebore that I want to pot on, so we will head out there shortly. Let's move to where we've got some better light. Is that any better? I don't know. Whoa. We'll start with the little box. And we're back here so that I can sit down again. Okay, so as I think I mentioned in the last vlog, I'm heading to Paris this weekend for a girls' trip, and I'm really excited, but also I think it's going to be pretty nippy. So a few of these things were purchased with that in mind, slash just like general life. Okay, so we've got 2 pairs of gloves to start with. I will, as always, leave everything linked down below, but please do let me know any favourites that you've got and anything that you think, Joes, you don't need that, or if there are 2 similar things like 2 pairs of gloves here, let me know your favourites. So this is from a brand called Agnel. I believe this is actually a French brand. A hallmark of glove-making tradition since 1937. Agnel have received the label Living Heritage Company, distinguishing the company for the craftsmanship in its industry of excellence. Love that. Okay, so with bougie gloves you actually get different size options, and I chose 6.5. It was the second to smallest. Ooh, that could be a really nice driving glove as well, couldn't it? Because you've got the grippiness of the leather. I like the fact that you've got that little fabric section there, and that looks very elegant, doesn't it? It looks almost like a hand warmer and a glove, and inside is cashmere. I know that I want to think that we're coming to the end of winter, although we're probably not. We've got another couple of months of it, but I thought they were rather gorgeous and potential for Paris. However, option number 2, Gucci. Do love a bit of Gucci. These would perfectly match my handbag and my suitcase. So that has got to be a consideration. They're also cashmere lined. You've got the classic Gucci pattern on there on one side, and then, ooh, these are quite tight, and then brown leather on the other side. My gosh, so elegant. Is that too flashy? Let me know what you think. Ooh, oh, so beautiful. So beautiful, such a tough choice. So this is the first thing that I would love you guys to help me decide. Do we go classic, Agnelle? Both just as comfortable, both fit just as well. I feel like these are a little bit more me, but will I get bored of how flashy they are? But then with a simple outfit that doesn't have any like branding, and then just like that little pop of Gucci for the gloves, that's rather fabulous, isn't it? Choices. Let me know what you think. Okay, we're not exactly building up. Ooh, that is a really crispy bit of hair. Must have like jetted it with hairspray. It whacked me in the face. I was like, what is this? Anyway, this is one of two options for world's most elegant handbag, in my opinion. It is Saint Laurent, and when I look at some of my favourite, most long-standing bags in my collection, they're Saint Laurent. So let me just give you an example. This bag, I think I've probably had it for about 6 or 7 years. Totally timeless, and it's one of the bags that I grab most often for really timeless styling. So I kind of had this in mind when I chose this bag and the option. So this is, I believe, the more plain option. Ooh, we're gonna have to check, obviously, that all of my essentials fit in it, because this is actually a very small bag for me. Very small. I'm gonna have to just, very annoying, but I'm gonna have to pull these protectors off. Okay, finally most of the protective layering is off. This is the bag. Very, very simple, very timeless, and it's very dinky. I'm not sure that my vlogging camera would fit in this, and that for me is an essential. So we'll have to have a little play around. I've not taken the plastic off these bits here. Sorry about that helicopter noise. That is Cotswold commuter hour. But these little bits are magnetic, which I think is a really nice idea, because otherwise I would just never do them up. And then it opens up like so. It is very, very simple, very minimal. I think it will be very timeless, worn over a coat, more of an accessory like a belt than a practical handbag. I'm intrigued to try it on over the top of some coats. As I mentioned, I did buy 2 versions of this to see which one I prefer. I've got a sneaky feeling it might be the other one, so I'm going to make you wait. I'm going to open the other one at the end, at the end of the haul. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but it is rather beautiful and timeless, wouldn't you say? Okay, let's literally dive in to the bigger box. It literally has a heavy warning on it. I don't think I've ever seen a Net-a-Porter box quite this big. Okay, so the first things that I've pulled out are the garment bags, and I think this is the level of luxury that you get with Net-a-Porter. This is a workout fleece. Well, it's Varley, and I didn't realise that Varley was on Net-a-Porter, but I love their pieces, and I know 2 videos ago I said no more Pilates outfits, and then I saw Varley on Net-a-Porter and I just couldn't control myself. This is heaven. This is the most beautiful thing. I'm going to have to show you some little try-on clips. Probably realistically lighting wise I'm going to have to film those tomorrow, but I can pop them on the screen here. This is the most heavenly, like boucle, sheepy kind of material. The thing I love about Varley is their detail. Look at this gorgeous gold zip. I love the colour of the metals that they use. I mean, literally the chicest thing for wearing to get myself to Pilates, and also for just wearing around the house. I like that the bottom of it is a little bit longer than the front. Got these cute little pockets. It's just adorable. It's literally so cute. Love it. another garment bag. This is very heavy. Ooh, it's kind of similar, also Varley. This is a little bit thicker, like the actual top, the roll neck is thicker, the bubbly, the boucle kind of sheepy is thicker, and then you've got a really nice knitted sleeve. This one, sorry, I keep decapitating myself because it's too close and too big. This one, as you can see, the zip goes all the way down, and the fluffiness almost looks a little bit gilet-esque, the way that it's knitted on the sleeves and fluffy on the bodice. So with those two tried on, hopefully on the screen, again, we've got another choice to make. Let me know which one you think. I think I'm, on initial impressions, leaning towards the first one. This is very thick and heavy, but then it's cold, so maybe this one is what's required. Oh, did you think that was all? No, 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 no. So this is very much Varley's Instagram made me buy it. It's very dark for me, but oh, let's kick that a little bit further back. This is a brown kind of teddy-ish coat, again, that I was envisaging wearing to Pilates. It's tragic how much of my life revolves around going to Pilates, isn't it? But I guess it's kind of like my uniform because I wear it every day. Oh, stop trying to justify. Oh my god, it's just ridiculous. I don't need this, but I know I'm going to try it on and fall in love with it. So, yes, naughty. Oh my gosh. The reason that last bag was so heavy is because there were two knits in there, and now we've got a very tough choice on our hands because this is the cutest thing in the entire world. A massive cable knit. You've got that same beautiful gold zip. I think if I was to say which is a favourite without trying them on yet, I think maybe this one and that first knit. This feels a lot heavier, but then they are both very, very similar. Very similar. Too similar. Oh, gosh, Varley are just smashing it at the moment when it comes to like stylish things to wear with your workout wear, and very clever advertising, because really, like if Reese were to sell this, I would think of it as a casual jumper, but because it's Varley selling it, I'm thinking of it as a look cute while getting myself to Pilates and then like lounging. It's all in the psychology, isn't it? It really is. But yeah, beautiful pieces. Price point better than if you were to buy like luxury loungewear from a retailer like Reese, I would say. And yes, I just love a cable knit, and really beautifully timeless designs as well. So keeping me toasty for many years to come. Okay, my darlings, we've got some very exciting things in here. There is another Pilates jumper, but I appreciate how ridiculous this is starting to sound, so I am going to move on to something slightly different. We've got a little box here from Jimmy Choo. I actually think that this is something that was in the sale. The sale might still be on by the time you guys watch this video. We'll try and do a speedy turnaround. The Net-a-Porter sale is always amazing. If there's anything that's been on my wish list for a while, I will keep an eye on it to see if it goes in the sale. And in my Jimmy Choo box, we have got these rather adorable little espadrilles. Look at that, so cute, such sweet little summer shoes. I did have a really cute pair of Prada espadrilles, but one of them has gone walkies. So I now have one Prada espadrille, which is totally ridiculous, and I wore them so much. They became really comfy the way that they just softened over time. I think these were 40% off, so hopefully these are going to be really lovely and comfy, because anything that's like straw or raffia I do find just goes with everything in the summer. Nice grippy sole, a little bit of a heel actually, maybe like an inch of heel. So a lovely little pre-summer purchase to manifest sunnier days while we sit here on a grey January, almost February afternoon. Now, this seems a little bit silly considering what I'm literally wearing at this exact moment in time, but this is from Ralph Lauren, and it is one of their silky cable knit jumpers. So you can see it's got it's got a beautiful sheen to it, and that's because it has got silk threads running through. I just thought it was the most gorgeous little preppy knit. Hilarious because I'm wearing something so similar from Holland Cooper right now. I can't say that I remember that I had this when I ordered this, and I know that that's really, really ridiculous. However, I would justify that this is crew neck and this is V-neck. I feel like I'm back in my shopaholic era, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. But Net-a-Porter are just having such a good season right now. Love the detail on this. There's no big Ralph Lauren logo on it, which I like. It's a lot more subtle. She says, having just bought espadrilles with Jimmy Choo written all over them. But yeah, beautiful material. And it'll be something that I think will look gorgeous, styled probably with white jeans over spring with a cute little belt. I think this will look really lovely. What do we have in here? Aha! This is exciting. So as I mentioned, going to Paris, it's going to be chilly. Have I bought the same thing twice? I think I have. What a plonker I am. So, okay, right. We have got, first of all, a little brassiere from Skims. I've got this in brown. Am I wearing it now? No, I'm not. And it is so comfy. And then I saw this little sage green one and I thought, yep, that's a really easy add to basket because the brown one is just so comfortable. So that's a keeper. I've got a sneaky feeling this may have been in the sale too. This is just a very simple little kind of taupey brown, I think it's cashmere beanie hat. It's Isabelle Marron. And this I think is just going to be an essential for not only Paris in the cold, keeping my head warm, but also in the future, dog walks, days out, days when we're pub hopping in the Cotswolds, just a cute little essential. And I don't actually have a beanie. I've got hats with fluffy pom-poms on, but I don't have a beanie, so this is a very practical purchase. I'm actually going to try speeding things up because I'm realising how much is in this box. So next up is another option for a knit from Varley. As you can see, brown, really lovely texture. Again, you've got that gorgeous gold zip, which is really nicely contrasted against the brown of the fabric. What do we think to a slightly darker colour? Is it going to have quite the same beautiful, elegant look to it as the cream ones? I don't know. You guys let me know down below. Ooh. This is quite random, but a very essential purchase. Essential in inverted commas. Not sure why it needed to be wrapped in plastic, but this is, again, I didn't realise that Net-a-Porter sold bits from Slip, and I do love a silk pillowcase, but we have got king size pillows in our bedroom, and this is a king size silk pillowcase. All the other ones I've got are queen or regular, so I needed one that was a little bit bigger, so I picked that up. These are amazing gift ideas. Got a box here from Loewe. I love that everything just has little ribbons around it. It really makes it such an exciting gift unboxing experience. Ah yes, okay, I think these were also in the sale, and it is a pair of house slippers. How fabulous. I wear slippers pretty much all day, every day, and I saw these and I thought that's a fun and rather bougie way to elevate my slipper game. I think Charlie will be very jealous of the green colour of these. I imagine they're just going to be fabulously comfortable. Yes, they are. So fluffy. You've just got that little Loewe logo on the side there. Very subtle. Oh my gosh, I love them. Yay! Fabulous bougie Loewe house slippers. Nice thin sole as well. Okay, we've got another knit here. This one is not a gym knit, this is a real life knit, and it's got a really beautiful weave structure to it. This is a really gorgeous basket weave. It's from Loro Piana, so beautiful quality material, really lovely and timeless. I think with a pair of white wide leg trousers. I'm thinking of how Lauren Grace would style something like this, because she has so many beautiful chocolate brown things and she always looks so elegant. So I'll have fun styling that up. This is my wild card for the order. Oh gosh, so wild that my camera's gone out of focus. Have I gone mad? Maybe. Camera certainly thinks I have. Pink cord trousers. They're very tall. Not sure if I'll be able to fit into these, seeing as they actually come up to my boobs. And they might not be the easiest things in the world to alter, but I just saw them on the Chloe page and I thought, how fabulous. Pink cord trousers. Pink cord trousers. Cannot wait to try those. It must have been very cold when I placed this order because there's a lot of knitwear in here. This is a much thinner knit. The brand I think is called We Norwegians, and I'm not planning on going skiing this year, I'm very sad to report. However, this would be the most wonderful ski base layer, but also just a really nice, quite thin layer for chilly days here. Again, long walks. If I get back into rucking, if I give that another go, which I hope to, I very much hope to, then this is just a fantastic layering piece. I love the simplicity of this pattern. And yeah, I think it's just a really nice, timeless winter addition to my wardrobe. Future ski trips, perfect, but also cold afternoons, Sunday roast in the Cotswolds, perfect. Okay, Varley strikes again, this time with a pair of trousers. I don't need these, I really don't. I think I must have just been getting carried away, and also the models on the website make everything look amazing. But wearing my lovely Lily Silk cashmere trousers at the bottom, I know that I don't need these. I will try them on for you, but yeah, I got carried away. Okay, another pair of trousers. This is a smarter pair. These are also Loro Piana, and I was inspired by my Pinteresting the other day of 90s Ralph Lauren outfits, and a lot of outfits included, are they called like pin tuck trousers? They look like suit trousers, but they're really cinched in around the waist, narrower down at the bottom. So for my preppy spring 2024 outfit building, I thought these would be a really lovely pair to try. The material, it does look like a very smart men's suit material, but I think that is the vibe that I'm going for. Now with this knit, I know it's kind of funny to be buying knits at this time of year, but having said that, actually I take that back. I feel like we're in peak knit season, and you know, you can just wear them next winter as well. This, I just really liked the pattern, the way that it fans out like this at the top, and then you've almost got a little bit of scallop detail. It's a really gorgeous thickness, and yet it's not cashmere, so this is not going to be one of those you have to be so careful when you wash it. I was actually thinking about these knits that I've got in my wardrobe that I adore and I get so much wear out of, just for something a little bit different. So that is an absolutely gorgeous one from a brand called Altazura. Okay, we are finally down to the last couple of pieces in here, and the reason why this box is so ginormous is because I have two pairs of boots in here. First of all, we've got a pair from Gucci, and then we've also got Valentino Garavani. I think this is the first time I've actually seen Garavani written on a box before, because they've been really trying to like rebrand to get the Garavani in there, haven't they? Okay, we need to get comfy to open up these. Okay, I've brought the stool a little bit closer. Let's bring you down a touch. We've got the lovely noise of the church bells in the background. Okay, let's start with Valentino. Okie dokie, so, ooh, oh my goodness me, what an absolute beauty. These are almost like a purplish brown colour, if that makes any sense whatsoever. The most lovely heel height, because I've decided that I've grown out of being uncomfortable. I just don't ever want to be uncomfortable. I'm very happy to invest in elegant things in my wardrobe, but if I can't walk in them or if they don't make me feel good, then it's a no from me. So investing in beautiful boots with a low heel like this that I can wear probably all day long, I think is going to be a really gorgeous option. So I could wear these to smarten up. I mean, even literally like black jeans and the Altazura jumper, but then I could also wear them with one of my lovely jumper dresses, or maybe my Ralph Lauren polo dress. Really, really gorgeous. The leather quality, the softness is absolutely heavenly. It really is. I mean, they are so beautifully crafted. Yeah, already I know that this is the kind of thing that I get a lot of wear out of. So let me know your thoughts on these. And then we've got a pair from Gucci to compare them with. Okay, so these are the Gucci ones. Oh my goodness. These are real kind of riding boot style. You've just got that little bit of detail. Can you see that at the front there? At the side rather. It's almost like a little buckle. Very, very subtle branding. Just says Gucci in teeny tiny writing. I have got my shiny Prada boots that are flat, that I get tons of wear out of, that I thought these would be a really nice like secondary option. There's nothing wrong with my Prada ones, I've had them a few years now, but these I feel are different enough to justify having the two. Am I just trying to persuade myself? Yes, absolutely. But yes, again, totally timeless. I don't think I've ever for one moment regret my Chloe boots, which have got the chunky block heel, or the flat Prada ones, so that definitely bodes well for these. Excessive and a real treat, yes, but I don't invest in like the new it bag. I don't invest in things which are mega trend pieces. Everything here, yes, it's a real splurge, a real treat, but hopefully you'll agree that all of these pieces are really lovely and timeless. Nothing is like a trend piece. All things which will really add to my wardrobe that I can wear for many years to come. She says, desperately trying to justify her literally world's most ginormous Net-a-Porter order. Now the final thing that I have to share with you is the alternative for that Saint Laurent handbag, so let's see. Okay, spoiler alert, it is actually the same bag but in a different colorway. So remember the Saint Laurent bag? Have I just gone blue? We are rapidly losing sunlight. Yes, it's similar in the fabric to the Saint Laurent bag that I've already got, that I get a lot of use out of because I love it. They call it the cotton canvas, so this is like a cotton canvas. Yeah, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So, ooh, is it slightly bigger? I feel like it is actually slightly bigger than the bag that I showed you earlier. This is the alternative in the canvas. What do we think? I presume it's got the strap as well. Yes. Ooh, that's not very long. What? I've got a feeling that it actually is only meant to be like a shoulder strap style bag, because this strap is so much shorter than the one on the other bag. So we need to do some real playing around over the top of outfits, which are not my working from home, sorry, this is a very unflattering position to sit in, but are not my working from home comfy casual outfit. So that's something that we're gonna have to save until tomorrow when I actually get dressed. Lol. But yes, visually, I think I am leaning towards this one, and practicality wise with the size of it as well, and the fact that I do love this cotton canvas. But there we go, my darlings. Wowza trouser, mega luxury unboxing. I do adore Net-a-Porter. They never let me down. I just think that they've got so many gorgeous things that are not necessarily, as I said, not necessarily trend bits, but things that are going to work in my wardrobe for many years to come. As you might be able to imagine, I've got a rather messy area around me now, so I'm going to quickly do a little bit of a tidy up, and then yes, we'll head out into the greenhouse and pot my hellebore, which is a little bit of wholesomeness and outsideness that I need to get every day. I was listening to a podcast, a Dr. Rangan Chatterjee one, and he had a lady on and she had an acronym. Her acronym was GLOVES, and the GLOVES are the things that we need every day in order to live a happy and healthy life. The G was gratitude, L was love, O was outside, V for veggies, E for exercise, and S for sleep. And I think that's a really nice, quite well-rounded way to keep your priorities in check. And I do try and get outside every day, even if it's just like a 5-minute walk around the garden, heading outside with the doggies. So yes, my hellebore potting will be my O within my gloves for today. Gloves, how funny, because I literally just need to choose between those two pairs. I think I'm slightly leaning towards the Gucci. Choices. Okay, my darlings, back to my happy place, and yes, as I mentioned, I've got a hellebore. Oops. I've got this little hellebore that I picked up from Dalesford this morning that I'm going to be potting on, basically just putting it in a more attractive pot, and then it's just going to live in the house. I think that it's really nice if you are a guest at someone's house, maybe if you were naturally inclined to buy them a bunch of flowers, it's just such a nice idea instead to buy a plant. This was half the price, actually a quarter of the price that a bunch of flowers would be, and then someone has it forever. It's not just, you know, a 2-week fandango. So why not pot up a little flower for someone? I've also bought into the greenhouse my garlic. Some people say that you shouldn't plant supermarket garlics. I mean, this is a farm shop garlic, but a lot of people can be a bit snobby about it. But I mean, this one is clearly ready to grow. So I'm just gonna put that in some soil. Might even just stick it straight in the bed, because they do quite like the cold. And also what I need to do is get my sweet pea seeds. You might remember, in fact they might actually already be in the house, I need to find them. I need to find my sweet pea seeds, and I'm going to soak them overnight tonight. Soaking a seed really helps to activate them and encourages them to start growing. You can start your sweet peas back in January, but by the time you're watching this, today for me is like the 29th of January or something, longest month in the world. Why am I hunched down? I could just lean over here and talk to you. Yes, so you can start your sweet peas in January. I just haven't got around to it yet. So for the next few days, I will be collecting toilet roll and kitchen roll tubes, but I do also have some root trainers. But if you do have sweet pea seeds, soaking them in water just helps to activate them, which really helps with germination. And I've also realised that the microgreens that I did last week, they've not started to germinate yet because it's just too blooming cold in here. So they need to go in the house alongside my sweet peas, and I've planted those. So let's get started. Okay, my scary compost bag, often full of spiders. I'm very dehydrated today. I've brought my water into the greenhouse. Little crocuses are going to be coming into bloom very soon. Might bring these into the house actually, because they're so beautiful. It seems a little bit of a shame for them to be tucked away in here. But anyway, I've just grabbed my dibber, and I think I'm literally going to plant this straight in one of the beds, and we can just see if we get a garlic clove growing from this. Right, I'm just going to stick it in this corner, and then I'll probably remember it. There we go. Good luck, my little friend. Okay, we'll check back in a little while and see if anything has grown. Okay, I apologise for the awful lighting. Oh, hello, Dexy. So, I think in here, in my little seed box, I have got some of my seeds. Yes, literally, that is exactly what I was looking for. So these are sweet pea seeds that I actually saved from my very own sweet pea plants last year. Were they prize winning in our village fair? I think that was one category that I didn't win, that I felt that I should have won. So we'll try again this year. So these are the pink and white sweet pea and a mix. So I'm literally going to tip all of these seeds into this little bowl. Let's see how many we've got. Probably quite a lot actually. You never need to buy seeds again after your first year if you're good at remembering to collect your seeds. Oh, we've got loads. So there we go. And my mixed lot. They were so beautiful last year. Oh no, these have gone mouldy. They must have been a little bit wet. Oh, that's a real shame. Oh dear, mouldy seeds, that won't do. I have to throw those away. But then I'm pretty sure in here, which is my gorgeous Noble Macmillan photo album that I also use for seeds, I'm pretty sure in here I've also got a few more sweet peas. Yes, these ones here. So I like to get mine from a chap called Roger Parson, who I follow on Instagram, and he just does the most beautiful sweet pea seeds. So I'm just going to take a selection of these. Tall Spencer White, lavender flush on white. That sounds gorgeous, and it doesn't look like I've opened these, so I must have not grown these last year. So this will be fun to have something a little bit different. Teeny tiny. I'm going to do 5 of those, get those soaking overnight. Guess who just had their sweet peas balanced precariously on the edge of the sofa and then dropped them down the edge of the sofa. Oh my goodness, what a plonker. Along with a few crumbs. Goodness me, my seeds really do go on a journey, don't they? All recovered. Well, it's safe to say that I'm having a wild evening of shopping. I'm on the Farmer Gracie website and I've just put loads of beautiful dahlias and bare root plants into my shopping basket, and I thought I would show you. I didn't actually realise when I didn't order from them last year, maybe it's new this year, that they also sell bare root, which basically means you can put them in the ground. It's literally like a root system. It's not a fully grown plant, but then it'll grow in your garden. Our garden salvias do really well, so I've ordered a couple of different salvia types. I'll put the proper photos on the screen here so you can see, but I've ordered a salvia Schneehugel, which is a beautiful white salvia, some Delphinium Neon Sensation, which will remind me forever of our wedding, Anemone Leviali, don't know how you pronounce that, but they look beautiful, a Geranium Album, beautiful, Salvia Madeline, how gorgeous with the purple and white flowers, a breeder's mix of geranium, and then I've ordered some really stunning dahlia tubers. Look at Dexy. This is what happens when mummy goes on a laptop. Puppy has to help. Thank you, Dexy. You're such a good little helper. A dahlia collection called Sarasota Joy, Daisy Duke Dahlia, Wizard of Oz Dahlia, Bacardi, Salmon Runner, Chimacum Davi, Wine-Eyed Jill, love that name, Melina Fleur, Strawberry Cream, and Natalie G. Ooh! I get a free tote bag because I've spent so much money. So there we go. That is my flower haul for tonight. Yay. Oh, I also think that I've actually got a £10 off code for Farmer Gracie. So I will leave that and any links to anything down below in case you're also looking to buy your dahlia tubers or anything bare root to put in your garden this year. Oh, you are the cutest living creatures on the entire planet. Sometimes I can't believe that we just live in a house with these 2 real-life teddy bears. How can 2 living creatures be so cute? Oh, I just adore you. Does anyone else that has dogs just sometimes cuddle them and think, how do I have such a ball of love, such a teddy bear that just lives in my house? But you don't pay any rent. You don't provide anything useful other than love and cuddles. If anything, you're really quite useless. And yet, you are so precious to me. My little... Oh, stretching. Oh, stretching and smiling. my darlings. It's now Wednesday morning. I had to think about that for a second. As you can tell from my funky earring, I'm currently filming the try-on clips that you guys will have seen yesterday, but I just wanted to talk to you about hats because I just can't really get on board with all of this, like this bit here. I don't know what it is. I always just think it looks really silly. So I just don't know how I feel about the hat. I love the colour. I think that with my skin and hair colouring and this coat colouring, I really, really like it, and it is so warm. I just don't know how I feel about this extra fabric bit. Is that the trend? If someone could tell me if that's cool, that would be very appreciated. I'm really loving this bag. I think it's a real outfit elevator. I think it just looks absolutely gorgeous as an accessory. It's tiny, so a lot of the time I would need to take a bigger bag with me, which is just ridiculous, but I often have to do that actually. I keep my essentials here, like if I'm traveling, then passport and phone. So yeah, really, really liking the bag. I'm liking this whole look. The Gucci boots, very comfortable. We had a meeting this morning at Dalesford, and I wore these lovely trousers and just a Holland Cooper cable knit. This coat, by the way, also Net-a-Porter. It's my Max Mara that I really treated myself to just before Christmas, and I think it just looks so fabulous finished off with the gloves. So far, everything that I've tried on, I just love. I think that's a really nice amount of like not too flashy, but you've just got that little bit of logo for a little bit of bouginess in the outfit. So yeah, I'm not going to talk through all of the try-ons because you'll have seen it all yesterday. I just needed to ask you guys about the hat because it stumped me. Anyway, I'm going to get back to filming all of these try-on clips, and then we'll catch up shortly when I'm doing my Sweetpea sewing and making something yummy for lunch. Hello again, my darlings. We are back in the greenhouse. I quite like balancing out a big like shopping moment with gardening. It just makes me feel more balanced. But anyway, that's one of the reasons why we're in here. The other reason is because, as you may remember, I can't really show you without spilling, my sweet peas seeds rescued from the sofa. This is definitely not a sweet pea seed. I think that's something that would have been stuck to Dickens' chest hair at some point and ended up down the side of the sofa, so I'm just gonna drop that. But I've got maybe 20 sweet pea seeds, tongue twister here. So I'm gonna do my planting, and then I'm going to leave these in the house. I've allowed one windowsill in the pantry that I can germinate my seeds in, which is probably quite good that I'm restrained to that one windowsill, because otherwise I would fill the entire kitchen. So what I've got here is my root trainer. I use this every year, as well as loo roll tubes, but because loo roll tubes, obviously they disintegrate, sweet peas, they develop a long tap root and they don't like their roots to be disturbed. Root trainers are great because they're rigid, like ridged, and that really encourages that long growth and a strong root system, so a really nice strong plant. But if you'd like to use loo roll tubes, which I often do, they should be probably, I would recommend, used for your latterly grown sweet peas, the ones that you maybe start to grow in like February or March, because where you're watering the seeds. What is that high-pitched noise? Can you hear that? I'm sorry if that's annoying you, because it's definitely annoying me. I think it might be a pressure washer someone's doing their car. It stopped, great. What was I saying? Yes, because they disintegrate, where you're watering your seedlings before the first frost, aka before you can put them in the ground, they just like disintegrate to smithereens. So better to do your early ones in the root trainer is the moral of the story. So step one, compost into the root trainer. Let's do this. we're back inside. Please don't mind the noise of the tumble dryer. And this is my little germination station. So seeds, they don't really need light so much. They just need a nice, cozy, warm temperature to literally come out of their shells, wake up and germinate. And then as soon as you see something green popping up, then they can go into the greenhouse. You can see in like 10 days of having these in the greenhouse, nothing happened, but just overnight, since bringing these inside, we already have some teeny weeny micro greenies, which is very exciting. So within a few days, I'll be able to snuffle those. Here's my sweet peas, nice and warm in here. Are you going to look after them for me, my Dexy handsome sausage in the world? Oh, what a glossy nose you have. 13 minutes on the memory card, so you're gonna have to be concise. Right, kitchen chats with Charlie and Josie. I brought Chaz in because he's been purchasing some really nice little pantry supplies. What are you investigating?
I don't know, like we obviously love Zoe. We absolutely love Tim Spector. Hang on, we love Tim Spector. We like Zoe. We're about to try the kids.
We like
the jury's out. We like the concept,
content that they create,
and the content and the podcast and everything.
Yeah.
But I was nervous when I saw them launching this gut shot with M&S.
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple of reasons I was nervous.
I'm going to show the camera.
This is the gut shot. I'll do the old blogger thing, hand behind.
That didn't work. Just pass it to me. This is what it looks like, and to be fair, oh come on, it's not focusing because it can see your face. There we go. We have had lots of questions on Instagram.
So hang on, let me give you my view then. Mm-hmm. So without having tried it, and without having any knowledge of how legit it is, so first and foremost, one of the reasons I love Zoe and the podcast and Tim Spector is they're ulterior, so they're someone I trust because unlike the big food companies, unlike the government who have ulterior motive, everyone has an ulterior motive, but their main reason for making people aware of this is to drive people to personalised health and Zoe, which is only going to do good for people, and it's not totally money driven. So when you listen to them on the Zoe podcast, they're not running ads, they're not promoting products, they're talking about genuine stuff, and of course the one thing that pays for all of that is Zoe in the background, but they're not forcing it down your throat. And having not done Zoe tests, but with the kit and knowing about them, I think they're a great product. Mm-hmm. So when I saw Tim Spector and Zoe launch a gut shot with M&S, first thoughts were, M&S do a lot for farmers actually. M&S and Morrison's, the two M's, are the supermarkets that do a lot for farmers. Tesco, Sainsbury's and Waitrose are all hopeless. Waitrose do a little bit with Dutchy Organic, but even that I question because a lot of the organic food through the Dutchy stuff comes from abroad. A lot of countries where I'd question how well policed the organic farming is.
Yeah. Like
in the middle of Peru, do we know that they're farming this organically? My big thing this year is not to set foot in a supermarket, including M&S. I haven't yet. We're on the 31st of January.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Well done.
So,
nor have I, but we did place an Ocado order for our cleaning supplies.
We still.
Which is how we got this.
That's fine. That's allowed. We can't buy cleaning supplies through any other way. But we get all of our other fruit and veg because we're very fortunate. We've got lots of farm shops, butchers, etc. Anyway, tangent. Back to this. M&S. I went in there ages ago. I think I moaned about it on a vlog. The yogurt that they're selling is one big lie. They had big full-fat Greek yogurt, and then you looked at the back and it had flavouring, vanilla flavouring. It had ingredients in it that it shouldn't have in full-fat yogurt. And there's loads. Look, M&S are not the worst, but they have loads more ultra-processed food than you would think for what is a premium supermarket they kind of pitch themselves as. I don't really think they are anymore. So first of all, I just felt like, oh, Tim, why did you do it with M&S? I feel like, okay, yeah, it's more on brand, but could you not have just done this yourself? Like, why does it have to be with M&S? Like Zoe's own one, all supermarket, like, first of all. Second of all, and I'm not some sustainability warrior, but the shot concept annoys me because I thought, okay, gut shot, why not sell it in a bottle this size, and then it has a lid, a cap that you use. Less single use. Imagine if you had one of these a day, that's 14 of these a day that you and I, and if we had 2 children, I'm not going to do the maths, I'm not very good at maths, but that would be 28 of these a week that we're chucking to be recycled, right? Third thing, quickly.
Is it recyclable?
It will be recyclable. And I'm sure there'll be some clever answer that it's like totally recycled plastic already.
It'd be good if it was like plant plastic.
But it would be good if it wasn't single use or such a volume, like just one of these, right? And
yeah, you could buy it in like a big
bottle in a shot. Thirdly, and I know that I guess it's a bit like trying to, you know, get people to try something new, you need to be a bit more, it needs to taste good. It's a bit like we say about kombucha. Like I prefer the raw, proper tasting stuff, which takes an acquired taste.
Yeah.
All these branded ones are so flavoured, but then I can also see that if I was serving the regular one to a lot of people we know, or the flavoured, most people would prefer the flavoured. So I can so I can understand that, but it's mixed milk kefir with berries, over 5 billion live cultures from 14 different strains. Now, I'd like to think all that's legit, but I just feel like there's a lot of like fruit pulp. I mean, this is going to make your sugar spike, like surely. I mean, this is just me. This is the first time you've seen this product, so I could be wrong on a lot of this.
Yeah.
But just looking at it, okay, first it's not organic, so that bothers me because he talks all about organic. Okay, so Tim Spector, once again, still love him, but he talks about the importance of organic and the pesticides. Pesticides are particularly bad in dairy, and this is not organic.
That surprises me.
Well, there's no mention of organic, so if it was, it would surely be organic, right? There's kefir, mixed fruit puree, 21%, apple, strawberry, banana, blackcurrant, blueberry. So 21% of it is those. Then, and obviously blueberry and blackcurrant and strawberry are 3 of the worst fruits for pesticides. Let's highlight that now, and he's said that many times. You've got a few words on here that I don't know, but I think those are the ones that are the good cultures. So it's not like there's loads of processed stuff in here.
No.
So in fairness, the ingredients are actually pretty good. Obviously we can taste it now. I just
when
feel
they
like
talk about ultra-processed foods on Zoe, because my first thought was, oh my gosh, have they just created an ultra-processed food? Their definition of ultra-processed food is, first of all, wrapped in plastic, which that is, but secondly, a list of ingredients which isn't things that you would find in your average kitchen, but actually those ingredients are pretty okay, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess so, and I don't know anything about making these sort of things, but you know, why are they making it with puree? Why is it not being made with real fruit? We make a smoothie with
strawberries in there.
We make a smoothie with real fruit.
But we turn it into a puree.
Yeah, but surely it would just then say blacks. Surely it could then just say 6 blackberries, 8 blueberries.
But I think that's what it means. It is just that fruit pureed.
Right.
Otherwise it would have to say sugar.
And it's made in the UK with British milk. The only thing I would say there is that then also suggests to me, and once again this is being hypercritical because I imagine most brands don't even use British milk, this sort of brand like Innocent or someone, don't know, don't quote me on that, but I would hazard a guess that they don't use British ingredients. But that means that all the other ingredients are probably not British, because why would you highlight that? I'm being hypercritical here. But then equally, so are Tim and Zoe, they're hypercritical. So when, in the same way that when you put yourself out there, you have to then deliver what you've been preaching. Look, overall, my biggest pet hate is the concept of it. I just think it's unnecessary. Shots. Everything we've been educated through Zoe has told us that you can reset your gut through your diet, through fermented foods, through a diverse diet, lots of different veg, cut down on meat. It's not
like a one product is going to solve your gut issue.
But I don't even, I thought from the outside that this was exactly the sort of thing that's not necessary. Change your diet, don't go and spend, I mean, how much is this?
But let's be honest.
Let's try it.
Yeah, let's try it. A lot of people just want a quick and easy solution. They want something yummy.
There's no quick and easy solution to anything in life. That's life, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
If you want to live a long and healthy life, you need to put the work in. I mean, it tastes like an Innocent smoothie. Really. Doesn't taste bad.
Oh, it's got that little kick to it that kefir's got. That's nice.
That worries me in itself as well. but I'm Mr. This is why we're a good balance, because you would drink that every day. I would be super against just the concept of it. But then, counter argument, playing devil's advocate, this is taking gut health to the mainstream. Maybe that's the aim, right? So he's maybe probably thinking, actually, this is going to access a market of people that aren't listening to my podcast, that aren't. So
that have just heard their friends saying you need to look after your gut, so let's go and buy this.
So let's do this.
Yeah.
It's good for very busy people, although I would always counter-argue that we're all busy people and you can always make time for your health. That would be my counter-argument to that. Yeah. I mean, it's not something we would buy, I don't think. Try it for yourself.
It's a nice little, like, pudding. But, should we just show, like, our alternative? Let's go and get the ingredients from the fridge to how to, like, DIY this. So, if you were I'm not going to physically make it. My recommendation, I think, if you are on the go, if you've been, like...
I would not get it. I just think, even stuff like kefir and stuff, we use because you like making smoothies and whatever.
I do.
But I'm pretty sure Tim Spector would agree with this. I would just make the little adjustments to your diet, to your breakfast, to your lunch, to your dinner, diversify your diet, and then if you want to branch out, try fermented foods, and then you're going to have a healthy gut. I think, I just don't think you need a gut shot.
No, but if you like the idea of this, a really easy way that you could make it yourself with organic ingredients. So we really like the River Cottage organic kefir. I'll leave this link down below.
On the packaging sense, they just wash and reuse these. They return them, but also we use these for a lot of other things.
We do.
So actually, it's one of these that's been washed out and gets re-washed that we put the milk in for straw top.
Yeah, and then obviously when they're in season, we will buy fresh British berries or grow them or pick them.
And we've got lots. Growing lots.
But it's really far more affordable and accessible at this time of year to get frozen berries, and they're flash frozen, so they're full of arguably fresher. This is an organic berry collection that you can get from Ocado. I think it's also plant plastic, so that packaging will biodegrade. Just blend them, mix it with this, and then you've got this times, there's probably like 20.
Well, you could make your own, couldn't you?
Yeah, I definitely could.
And look, I guess their argument again, and as I say, this is not us.
People are lazy.
Yeah, time poor, I understand that. So, I guess the only scenario we would buy those is, say we're going on a trip to the US or somewhere where we know we might struggle to access stuff like this. We would maybe buy a few for our suitcase. But, look, I'm not a nutritionist, but what I would say is I personally think that all this blended shake sort of stuff, even what you have a smoothie because you enjoy it, great. And don't have a smoothie.
I will have it as my breakfast dessert because I know that it's
don't have a smoothie thinking it's healthy.
No.
Because it isn't. It's better for you than a Coke, but it's still full of sugar. It's still got a lot of fructose. My personal opinion on how what makes me feel good is a big bowl of yogurt with the berries. And this is where the Zoe tests are going to be really interesting, because I'm pretty confident, and I'm hoping this will be the results, that if you and I, when we're wearing our CGMs, eat berries, our blood sugar does this, but if you eat berries with yogurt, with fats, that combination instantly levels it out a little bit. And then you're not starting your day off with a sugar spike.
Yeah.
I do think that in years to come, we will realise that this big smoothie and juice craze, which we've very much been part of, I did juice fast, I've tried it all, I've fallen for it all, which is why I feel a lot more awake to this now. I feel like it's a fad. It's a way of using loads of quite expensive ingredients in one drink. Do it because you want a smoothie and it tastes good. Don't do it and fool yourself thinking that it's crazy healthy, because it isn't. That's my view. Same as protein shakes. If you love the feeling of a protein shake and it makes you feel good after a gym, do it. But I'm telling you now, it ain't bloody good for you. And the reason it tastes so good is because there's sugar in it. In that case, it's artificial sugar. But I think for you, you're different to me. The great thing about this sort of thing for you is someone that doesn't like eating berries, it gets berries in your diet. But if you like berries, have them on a full fat yogurt, have them on a porridge, have a small bowl of them for your dessert, but you don't need to be doing all this. And that's my view of all these sort of drinks. Like, we mostly, you could call us boring, I don't obviously drink alcohol, but we mostly in the week just drink water, coffee and tea, and we feel great for it, don't we?
Yeah.
Anyway, right.
Interesting. Okay, so now we've given you our mini review of the Zoe M&S gut shots.
I don't know why I get so passionate. I can't...
I know, it's because we don't want people to be fooled.
Honestly, it comes from a good place.
Yeah.
Because... But I also feel like... I do feel like a 19, 20, 21-year-old me was literally the target audience for that.
Yeah.
Like, when I was 21, I'd have probably bought 30 of them.
Yeah.
And I'd be necking them, and I'd be like, oh my God,
Yeah,
feels so
it
good.
feels so good.
Like, if anyone's watched This Country, it would be like that scene where Kerry tries the pyramid scheme. And as I say, everybody is different. It's important that everyone tries things out for themselves. If it works as part of their diet, if they feel good for it, even if it's a placebo, crack on. If it makes you feel good, do it. Yeah. But don't be fooled into thinking. And I think it's when money comes into it. That's why, look, I'm not digging. Look, I would love to meet Tim Spector face to face. I would happily, in the same way that when we met Idris Elba, and I love Idris Elba and I love Luther, he said, oh, it's great you're passionate about Luther. What did you think of the film? I said, I didn't think it was very good. And as soon as I said it, I thought, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And he actually really appreciated it, didn't he? And he really appreciates it. And I honestly, I'll tell Tim to his face that I think this is a bit of nonsense. And he might even hold his hands up in a year and say, I wish we hadn't done that. Because so far, their trajectory has been so authentic and so targeted. And yeah, as I say, jury's out. There might be many reasons that he's explained about why he thinks this is good, and it might do a lot of good.
And also, to be fair, it's massive. Like, putting this in M&S, like, I've seen people, like...
It's good for Zoe, isn't it?
It's good awareness for Zoe. I've seen magazine editors, like a Vogue editor on her Instagram story. She'd never heard of Zoe before, and she put this on her story being like,
She's been hiding under a rock.
And this is how she discovered Zoe. So if people discover Zoe through this, and then start listening to the podcast and start having an interest in
all
their
of you lovely
health,
people know about Zoe and Tim Spector, so I don't think you need that.
It is a great podcast for getting your health info. Anyway, the reason why I even summoned Charlie into the kitchen,
we had a little pantry delivery.
Yeah.
So linking to our sort of not going to supermarket and stuff. Obviously, we're trying to sort of cut out stuff within reason that is not ultra processed. And one thing that I love, and I add in a lot of recipes, is Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce.
It's quite hard to say.
For those of you that are American, I love hearing it in the same way that I'm sure Americans love hearing us pronunciate American places completely wrong. Worcestershire, what do they say?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. And to be honest, Worcestershire, Leicestershire, they don't really make sense when you read them. Yeah, Gloucester.
Well, I'll put Worcestershire on the screen here so you can see how it's spelled.
Worcestershire sauce is like a British classic. It is, Liam Perrin's is the brand, but it dominates the market in the same way Heinz tomato ketchup dominates Heinz tomato ketchup.
It adds like an umami flavour to things.
It's
like
salty,
a ragu.
it's sweet, it's got vinegars in it. It can be used for a lot of things. Like the famous ways to use it would be on a cheese on toast or a Welsh rarebit. We like to use it in a ragu or in a shepherd's pie. But I noticed you using it when you made your shepherd's pie the other day, or cottage pie that you made, and I looked at the ingredients and it was horrifying. It's literally every chemical under the sun. Yeah. So I thought, let's try and find one online that isn't as bad. And this one is it's called Dorsetshire sauce. Dorsetshire sauce.
Love that.
From Dorset with Love. I think it's from Dorset Meats is the online brand. Yeah, I'm just going to read out the ingredients. I wonder why it says vegan, because I wonder if the normal Worcestershire sauce isn't vegan. So it's white wine vinegar, cider vinegar, sugar, tamarind water, salt, herbs and spices. So I think it's pretty legit. I remember looking on the website and thinking, yeah, that sounds fairly... And you only use a small amount anyway. So that's that. And then this was also from the same website.
Lots of sugar in that still.
There will be sugar. This is a sweet chili.
But not chemicals.
This is the point. So sweet chili sauce is always going to be lots of sugar because it's called sweet chili sauce. And we don't use it a lot, but it's not got anything nasty in it. I quite like the way they brand it, and I don't know if it's legit or not, but we quite like candy kittens, don't we? If we ever have a sweet treat, and obviously sweets aren't good for you, but we'd rather have them than Haribo, because Haribo's literally, there's nothing in them. I think it's still not real food, candy kittens, but I like the way they brand, we're saying no nasties, and that's kind of what I'm looking out for in this stuff.
I've never looked at their ingredients.
These are some tomato sauces that we bought from, I like getting stuff from the new, this is 95% tomatoes, I mean it's pretty standard. And actually this is a product that I love having as a treat with yogurt, and they'll be terrible. Yeah. So this is from the new, look, so the new have an awesome online shop, and whenever I fancy a little treat and when being good, some of this is from them. So this is like their wild garlic pesto with hazelnuts and walnuts.
I can make that.
We can make that, but it's also nice to have a couple of jars for rainy afternoons when you're like, I can't be bothered to cook anything. It's a really good thing to have in your pantry. And this strawberry and mixed berry compote, equally high in sugar, but you know, it's not for the nasties. You've literally got strawberries, and this is why I'm interested, because this doesn't say puree. This says strawberries, 26%, blackberries, raspberries, blackcurrants, red currants, sugar. You know? And we've seen them make this. They literally, in the same way that a lot of the Dalesford stuff is made on site.
Yeah.
I mean, it even has that authentic feel, you know, with like the label's been stuck on slightly wonky. And that, just move out the camera away, mate. But that is really good on Greek yogurt.
Oh, that sounds nice. Peanut butter.
Yeah. So just a few different things. Got a free bottle of wine as well.
Really?
So spent over 50 quid, yeah.
Wow. That's nice. Can go in the ship.
Organic wine as well.
Lovely. Is it English wine?
No.
No. Can't get English red wine, really.
You can get English red wine. I don't think they've quite nailed English red wine yet. I'm sure we will eventually, with thanks to global warming. And then this is
what impressed me the most, though. A vegan Worcestershire style sauce.
Yeah. So that's from, and that was I think it's called Dorset Meats. So it's a British brand, I think.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
I tell you what, we will make it our mission in February to show our lovely audience, English and American and everywhere, but some of the things that you can use this for, because it just elevates dishes. So we'll find a nice rainy Saturday or Sunday and we'll do a nice cheese on toast. Cheese on toast with this is so good. Welsh rarebit is also really good.
What is that?
So, I always get this wrong.
Welsh rarebit. I thought that was cheese on toast.
It is cheese on toast, but there's something about it that is different.
Maybe it's literally with Worcestershire sauce.
No, I feel like, is there onions or leeks or something?
A dish of hot cheese sauce served on toasted bread.
It's like a bechamel. So you make a bechamel. That's what it is. So you make a bechamel sauce and then you grill that.
Why do we not do that?
We should do. We will do.
Baked cheese.
But as I say, like Worcestershire sauce lifts. Like I would never make a ragu without it. I would never make a bolognese without it. I would never make shepherd's pie without it. I have even added it to gravy before just to give it a bit of a lift.
Oh yeah, it's delicious.
So it's super versatile. So that'd be interesting.
That's quite a nice way of showing how you can get alternatives.
Treat yourself.
This is probably like triple the price of Worcestershire sauce.
I don't know, and it probably is, but you only use a small amount. And like a lot of the things we talk about, you know, I appreciate not everyone can justify going. We spent about 40 or 50 quid on loads of jars here, right? But this will last. But equally, we don't eat out that much now we live out here. I shouldn't have to justify any of this, by the way, but I will because it's important to me. And then equally, alcohol, we don't spend that much money going out. I mean, I have a sports massage once a week that really helps. And I was chatting to Lisa, who's amazing. If you live in the area, go Supple in Chipping Norton.
Don't say that because you
I know,
get your slots.
Everyone will book my slot.
Yeah.
But I was saying, she was like, oh yeah, you'd be surprised how many people come and see me every week. So I was surprised. I thought I was the only one. And and she was like, but it is quite an investment, isn't it? And I was like, well, 60 quid a week.
Preventative.
It is and it isn't. I mean, I used to quite easily spend £200 a week on alcohol in London on just rounds of drinks, let alone going out for dinner. People go out for dinner and have 2 or 3 bottles of wine with dinner, maybe a 4 of you, and that would be 50, you know, anywhere between 30 and 50 quid a bottle of wine. That adds up. So little changes can allow you to then spend money in other ways. Is my opinion. And things, you know, we reflect now, we'd much rather cook a lovely, often we'd rather stay in with friends and cook a lovely dinner than go out for dinner a lot of the time. Because often it's not actually, unfortunately, as enjoyable anymore eating out as it used to be. And I think sometimes, but we're lucky with the house and everything. What do you think? And Dexter prefers that as well because it means he gets the scraps. Yeah. Although I'd quite like it when you go for a Sunday lunch and you bring me back some roast beef.
It's really nice.
But there you go. But yeah, look, I feel like I've been a bit hard on this. I just guess, for me as a huge advocate and fan of Tim Spector and Zoe, and it hasn't changed me talking about them, but I just felt like I loved the fact that they were kind of a bit like a Batman, a bit like a Batman where Batman was beautiful because Batman, he's got a load of money, family money. He's what's the word? He's impartial. He doesn't have any reason or ulterior motive for what he's doing. And it gets me political, but I wish there were more people like that in politics that were there because they wanted to just have that lovely feeling of achieving great things. And people coming up to them being like, thank you for, you know, like Marcus Rashford with the school dinners, or no, but do you know what I mean? Like people doing that rather than doing this, that, the other because their brother owns a company or they've got political, you know, they just want a knighthood or, you know, all these other BS things. And I think with Zoe, if they can just keep on that track and not sell out. So let's see. I hope this isn't the start of lots of products. Because we don't need that, Tim. We just need you keep preaching what you're doing.
They educated their audience so well, so it was just a bit of a shock to see that, but I think they've done it in the best way that they could. M&S, let's face it, M&S obviously went to them with a really juicy offer, something they couldn't turn down, and I'm sure they had a boardroom meeting with like a list of pros and cons. Pros, it increases the awareness of gut health to millions. Pros, it gets the Zoe name out there. They have made it as ultra processed as possible. Cons, it's expensive.
It's in a small thing.
It's small.
I'd still question how much that's going to benefit your gut. Like I even still, I'm not a nutritionist, but I'm pretty sure eating food, physically eating like that, you drink it could just go through you. Like I don't know how much you absorb that.
Well, I mean, it's kefir at the end of the day. You absorb the goodness of the live cultures within kefir, but you're not, the berries,
true. I guess
the
with
berries
kombucha as
are
well.
In it to make it taste good. It's better for you to eat berries because then you get the fibre.
Do you know what? I would be a lot happier standing here if Tim Spector had launched a kefir, a kombucha, something that didn't feel too marketing faddy.
Yeah.
It probably will be next, but I hope it's not in this form. And even look, I don't want to slag M&S off because they're far better than some of the others, but I guess learning more and more about how people, and I think M&S do, as I said, treat farmers better than the others. I don't think they treat them well, because I don't think anyone treats farmers well, and you know, we need to. But the whole eat well thing at M&S annoys me because that's nonsense. Have you seen what's in most of their salads? They're not good for you. No. They're honestly not that much better for you than a flipping McDonald's, and they say eat well.
I tried to buy the wasabi peas.
So anyway.
Oh, anyway, this is the world that we live in.
Yeah, but on a positive, we're finding that, you know, Riverford and local farm shops, and I've had lots of messages from people on Instagram talking about alcohol recently and their challenges with alcohol. People doing really well in January, but I think if everyone can just, as we progress into Feb, just take that on board and just keep moving forward, rather than, oh, I've got through January and I've made these changes and I feel great, but actually I'm going to treat myself now. Because I was saying this to Josie, not to get too deep, but I think February, aside from December, I think February was the worst month for my drinking. Yeah, we cut off there because Josie ran out of memory card space, but maybe that was a hint. But no, just what I was going to say was basically I was trying to work out, because as I approach 5 years sober, which will be August, so we're still a while off.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll be in August. And really, it's about 8 years of giving up alcohol, in the truth. I've probably had alcohol maybe 6 or 7 times in the last 8 years, and they were obviously pre-5 years ago. But I think aside from December, February was the danger month for me, particularly when I worked in advertising, because January I would do really well and give up alcohol, and then I would almost give myself a treat in Feb. And this isn't to anyone that's gone, you know, don't get me wrong, don't beat yourself up if you let things go in February. But I guess it's a message from my perspective of, if you've made positive changes in January and you're really feeling the benefits, just keep it going. It doesn't have to be just for January. And I think that whole sort of giving things up for January, new year, new me, just keep the progression going. You've already formed a habit. You're already through the worst bit, the first 4 weeks, the worst month of the year. You know, treat yourself, but keep that up. And specific to alcohol, if you are someone that struggles with alcohol, just keep going, because honestly, with every month that passes, it becomes so much more straightforward. It is amazing. How many months is it to form a habit? Is it 3? No.
No one can agree on how long it takes.
Everyone's different. For me, it is a few months, and then you don't miss it. I mean, even back to sugary drinks and things like that. I was thinking this the other day. We're good without feeling like we're being good. Like, we rarely drink anything other than water in our own home. We have tea, we have coffee, we have water. We have the odd kombucha, we have the odd apple juice, maybe the odd can of Karma Cola, but rarely.
Odd, literally once every 2 months.
But it doesn't feel like, it's not a sacrifice.
No.
To me anyway. And I sleep better. I mean, sleep's going to be the next thing we're probably going to be banging on about, because we're learning more and more about that now. And we've benefited big time from new pillows and you know, new bedding and just taking more care when it comes to your sleep. This dog is such a pest.
I let him in there.
Come in there. Such a little pest.
Yeah, I know we do get very passionate about things, but hopefully you guys take just little snippets of information away. I think we've learned so much about like ultra processed foods and things that you can do to make changes, and we don't want to be patronizing, but it's something that we're passionate about and love to chat about. So.
Yeah, and look, I think no one's perfect. We all need our moments to be, you know, do what you want.
No one's perfect.
No,
I've been snuffling these over the last couple of days.
Yeah,
they are amazing.
But I guess I'm just hoping this year continues to be another year of, for everyone, you know, in the media and everything, just a bit more honesty and a little less of the big food corporations dominating what we believe.
Yes.
So yeah, there you go.
Kitchen chats with Charlie and
Passionate. Yeah. Oh.
He's so lovely.
He just wants attention all
does.
the time.
He's happy
He
now.
needs
That's
to
all he
be
wanted
the
was
star of
to
the
be
show.
in your arms. Anyway, no doubt with this ramble, this video is now 9 hours long.
You're the one that wanted me to get involved and talk about what we've been buying.
I've had to reset my memory card like 12 times. So I think I'm actually going to end this vlog here. We're making a really delicious, let me just show you what we're doing for dinner. It is a Riverford dish, so you can get Riverford food boxes. And this is it a cauliflower biryani?
Yeah.
Can't read it backwards.
Let's have a look.
Calabrese.
Calabrese, cashew and almond
Biryani.
But there must be cashew, there must be cauliflower in there, right?
I don't know. Have we got a cauliflower?
Oh, it's because they've replaced the cauliflower with calabrese. What is a calabrese? Don't even know. We're soon going to find out. That's the important thing.
I think it's mushroom.
No, calabrese is not mushroom. I think it's a green face. Is it not a bit like...
Calabrese.
We don't even know. It feels like it could be a green leafy vegetable.
So I'll show you a little clip of that when it's done, but I'm going to bid you farewell. Thank you for watching today's vlog. We've got some pantry organising to do.
Feel free to share your thoughts on if you've tried this gut shot, because I'd like to know people's thoughts. And yeah, just try and live life to the fullest and a bit more healthy and happily. That's my mantra this year.
Oh.
I just think I feel very lucky with how we've been. I feel fortunate that we are all able to access information now that feels a bit more honest, and it's a bit easier to cut through the bullshit. And I think that's great.
It is. On that note, goodbye.